Hi, welcome to the Tryforce podcast, where we talk about video games, we talk about movies, anime now, apparently.
Yeah, we're fucking multimedia at this point.
That alone is going to get us copyright.
Watch the show.
No.
It's the Tryforce.
Colton, I'm here to tell you something. That I became a purveyor of history, of social studies, for a reason. And that reason is because I am not very good at math.
Oh, dude.
That's all you get? I didn't even get to finish my intro. You're already judging me.
No, you ready for this? You ready for this?
Yeah, sure.
I had an intro brewing.
No way.
Like about an hour and a half ago. Same fucking thing.
Well, you know what one of my favorite equations is? Rosario plus vampire equals a degenerate-ass harem anime.
Oh, is it so degenerate? Oh my god.
So we were rainless, as happens every so often, and we were trying to figure out what to do for today. And I want to make it clear to the people that we turned down award-winning media to talk about this.
Yeah, we were just like, are we gonna do Gears of War 3? Nah.
Well, let's talk about God of War.
God of War, great thing. And then Z was just like,
My day be so fine. Then boom.
and so we talk about Rosario Vampire.
I had no idea that you had that prepped. I had no idea that you had that prepped. Oh my god. That's excellent.
I spent $600 on this board. I'm fucking using it.
I can't wait for the other times that you're dropping that during this.
Man.
But yeah, so so they can't all be winners. Let's just say that. Let's just say it up top. This is by no means a good anime.
No.
All right.
No. What were we talking about? Golden Boy? Remember we were talking about Golden Boy?
We were talking about Golden Boy.
Golden Boy sets such a higher standard for anime. for Rosario Vampire.
For pervert anime.
Yes.
Than Rosario Vampire.
This, like, fucking Golden Boy is like the Pinot Grigio of perverted harem anime. This is like week-old milk.
It's like botched wine.
This is shitty grapes you left in a fucking container for like a month and like, this is wine now.
Yeah.
Like, this is that.
This is vinegar, dude. That's what this is.
Oh, God.
No, yeah. But I think that I actually unironically love this anime, unfortunately, and it's so upsetting because I do love this anime, and it's just because it's this ridiculous. I've gone on record before by saying I love anything that says that it's this ridiculous.
Oh god,
you know, something that can go to this level it has my respect.
It does know what it is though. You know what I mean?
Sure.
The dub at least very much knows what it is.
Yeah. And there's no reason to watch this subbed.
No.
You should watch this in the English dub.
You need to watch it in the English dub because the voice actors take it from there. And they know exactly what they need to do. They know exactly what the show needs. Holy shit, that hamster bat makes me laugh so goddamn hard.
The hamster bat.
Every single time it pops up on screen, it makes me laugh so hard. There are beautiful instances of fourth wall breaks that if they're blinking, you miss them. They're so fucking funny and they're so well placed.
Yeah. So if you haven't gathered it, if you're not up on your harem anime, I would say that the description for that, because I did have to describe it to somebody earlier.
Oh no!
When I was talking about this, a harem anime is where there's a single main male character, usually, who is like a very pasteboard mask, white bread sandwich meant for the viewer to kind of project themselves onto.
Like if a brick of styrofoam became a character, like that kind of a personality.
Yeah, if
you know
like
what I mean?
if like a tall latte was a person, like you know, so. And then there is a bevy of normally beautiful women that are vying for his attention. It's like a harem. That's
exactly.
That's the reason behind the phrase. So Rosario Vampire, what an interesting, I would say, continuance of that.
Oh my!
Of that thread in that genre. So before we launch in, Colton, I know that we talked about this for a while. We talked about this on the September podcast, but I believe I have the misfortune of bringing this into your life a long time ago.
You know, it's really funny because like this is around 2007, 2008.
2008,
right?
January 3rd, 2008. What a way to kick off the year.
Do you think that because of the popularity of Twilight and movies of the such at the time, that this gained the traction that it did?
It is kind of like in only like a touch. It touches here and there, but it is kind of like a reverse Twilight.
That's exactly what it is.
In a sense,
this is Twilight for the guys.
If you replace werewolf with succubus, yes, I think so.
Well, no, because there is a werewolf in it. You know what I mean?
Well, not that the main character is falling for sure, but definitely I get it. Like the idea behind a regular person getting involved in supernatural scenarios.
Yeah, I feel like that this kind of happened that way.
Yep. I totally agree with you. Maybe, but
at least the popularity of it.
The manga had been out for a long time prior, thankfully. And I actually do unironically recommend the manga because it's way better than the anime.
Oh my god, I know. I read it because I was just like, oh yeah, there's definitely more to the story than these 2 dumb seasons.
Wow.
And like, it's like an actual show.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just fan service, the show.
And that's what the show is, unfortunately.
I remember watching this 2008. How old was I in 2000? I was 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, that scans.
We're the target audience for this.
We're the target audience 100%. I remember watching this at 15. I was like, ooh, this is like one of these animes I'm not supposed to watch.
Yeah. It's kind of like almost like the too much for TV of anime, you know, like
yeah.
It would be a tough one to A, watch in public.
Yeah.
I think. B would be a tough one to like watch in a house where you're like with your parents or anything like that.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what we did. We'd have to wait and turn the volume down, all that
This
jazz.
was the 2 a.m. when you're supposed to be sleeping before school anime.
Right,
This was that, like, or like the 4 o'clock when your parents haven't quite got home yet. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, this one is like, you know, your volume on your iPhone is on 1, you know.
And then there we were going to get pizza later, just talking openly, just like, you know, if Scooter did this.
Is we're 27 and we look the way we look. That's why we can talk about harem anime in public.
Oh man!
So let's get started, shall we?
Let's do it.
Episode 1, New Life and a Vampire. As if a new life wasn't enough, you know?
I love the titlings of this show because And a Vampire ends every single title. It's so fucking funny.
Yeah, that is true. It does. I forgot about that. Average student Skune Aono does not get accepted into any local high schools. However, his parents are more than happy to have him enroll in the boarding school Yokai Academy.
Fucking wild, by the way, that you have to apply to high school. Like,
Yeah.
isn't that crazy?
In Japan, you do 100%. Yeah.
That's bananas to me. You know what's really funny? His parents didn't decide to enroll him in Yokai Academy.
Yeah.
You want to know what happened? How his father came across the fucking application to Yokai Academy?
His father had a lucky encounter with a drunk man in a white monk's robe.
Yeah. It wasn't fucking given to him.
No.
It fell out of the fucking dude's robes.
Yeah.
And his father picked it off the floor.
Yep. And
like fucking, this is a street application. Like he picked an application up off the street. Mm-hmm. Here, son, you're going to a street school.
you're going to a school I found in the gutter.
Exactly.
So Skune gets on the bus to Yokai Academy. However, he kind of goes through this tunnel, and it looks like a normal school. You know, he gets off the bus. Skune then encounters and befriends a girl by the name of Mocha Akashiya.
Mocha Akashiya, and doesn't befriend her very well. She befriends her right away, but I'd like to just discuss the meeting
Not in your typical terms.
of Mocha Akashiya. Yeah, no. So he is just walking through a Transylvanian-esque fucking forest.
That's true.
And he does like the Japan equivalent of "we're not in Kansas anymore." Just the straight up like
Nani?
yeah, literally does. I don't think I'm in town anymore. And then he's just walking. He's like, okay, maybe I'll just get to the school. Everything will be fine. Gets hit in the back of the head by a bike tire.
Yes.
Going full speed.
Yep.
By the way.
Uh-huh.
And on this bike is a very pretty lady, you know, just going about her business. And what do we see? The first shot of this lady,
Golden boy.
Golden Boy, we see her upskirt shot before we see her face.
Welcome to Rosario Vampire, everyone.
45 seconds into the series, they establish the quality of this show immediately.
Yep.
Just garbage, dog shit tier anime.
Yeah. Just a little bit of over the trousers anime, man. That's really all it is.
Oh my god.
Skune encounters and befriends Mocha Akashiya, a vampire who becomes enchanted by the scent of his human blood.
Yeah.
Skune then discovers, to his horror, that Yokai Academy is a school for monsters. Boy, I wonder how you could have sussed that out from the title or picking it up off of the fucking street. Anyway,
I'm a monk. Like, come on now.
according to school rules, students must retain their human forms on academy grounds, and any humans who manage to get past the school's magic protection barrier are to be executed. For whatever reason. It's like anti-Hogwarts. It's like, here you are, be here, be monsters, but don't let anybody know you're monsters. But if you're off school grounds, you can be monsters, but if you leave those school grounds, you know, like... I don't get it. It's so strange. Like, you're gonna fucking be detention as you hang by your thumbs in the dungeon. I don't know what's going on.
It's like the rules of this school were written on a fucking bar napkin, and we're just like, yep, this is the final draft.
Skune attempts to run away from the school, but then has a encounter with Mocha. A fight with a delinquent student named Sazio Kamiya quickly endangers Skune's life right before he accidentally removes a rosary on Mocha's neck. Now, I went over this in the September podcast, but I will say it again until the day I die. The only reason to watch Rosario plus Vampire is to watch these few seconds in sequence and accept a new thing about the world of anime. Having to watch the transformation. You know what? Every time I watch the Sailor Moon transforms, I'm like, oh, this is fun. All right, great. I've seen this before, but it's time. Wow, fighting evil and, love and justice and all that.
You mean the transformation like this?
When the rosary seal over her breast is removed, Mocha's innocent self vanishes, and her inner vampire awakens.
No way. Wait, you got the whole thing.
It happens every episode.
It does. Wait, play it again.
When the rosary seal over her breast is removed, Mocha's innocent self vanishes, and her inner vampire awakens.
That is true. Wow, they did the next couple seconds of the recording for me as well. Wow.
Yeah.
I love you for that, by the way.
Absolutely.
That is hilarious.
Every time it came on, I just fucking facepalm. I'm like, do we have to do this every time?
I think it makes it clear that you can watch this anime out of order and it doesn't matter.
That's fair, yeah.
It's saying that you can watch this in any episode and it doesn't matter, I think. Either way, when the rosary seal over her breast is removed, she transforms into a powerful vampire with silver hair that easily defeats Sazio. So Mocha is
She's an S-class monster.
She is an S-class monster. Vampires are S-class monsters. It's true. So Mocha is very much like a very happy-go-lucky, very small, very ooh-woo kind character, pink hair.
E-girl personality.
E-girl, definitely. And has this big old cross necklace choker thing. And it's like attached with a chain. And when Skune takes off the chain, she has her demeanor turns stormier and more serious, and her hair turns silver.
She essentially just turns into Faye Valentine, but like a vampire.
And some other things happen.
Yeah. Do some other things
some
happen.
other things happen.
Some very necessary things.
Everything
Enlarges.
everything gets bigger.
Specifically, like specific areas get bigger.
And
though,
just
like,
those.
those areas.
I will never be not weirded out by it.
I know.
Like,
I know.
I get it. I guess, but like,
I don't
understand it.
I don't get it. Like, she's hot enough as it is. Like,
Right.
you can't just give her the silver hair and the personality switch. Like, you can't just do that.
She gets like real hardcore. I feel like it's kind of like what's her name? Mash, not Mash.
Launch.
That's the one.
But like, Launch's assets don't double.
No,
you know what
but
I mean?
it's like, okay, here's the serious, capable personality, and here's the small little ooh girl personality.
Yeah, like that's fine. But like, that doesn't have to happen.
You don't have to go from a B to a double D in order for that to work.
No, you don't.
I get
it's
it.
Fine.
Afterwards, he wakes to find the pink-haired Mocha back again, caring for him and asking for another drink from his neck.
Of course, doing the thing where he's laying in her lap, you know, the fucking
classic anime,
Yeah,
classic horny boy anime.
Absolutely.
This is a horny boy manga. This is a horny boy anime.
Yeah.
If you're, you know what, just click away if you're really that.
You know what? We're starting September early. Like,
Yeah.
It's almost September, so
Yeah.
we're kind of priming it for you.
The embers of September.
Absolutely.
We're getting on to the second episode and the introduction of the best girl that there ever was.
Debatable, but I'm gonna
Go fuck yourself. Episode 2, Succubus and a Vampire. After learning that the bus driver only makes
Monthly.
only makes trips from the academy once a month, Skune attempts to not draw any attention to himself and escape during it. However, Mocha is more than happy to greet him affectionately every morning, drawing jealousy from the other students, including popular succubus student Kurumu Kurano. Hell yeah.
She is definitely second place for me.
She's so hot. It's so,
Like-
it's so upsetting.
Are we just talking about like the main cast, or are we talking about the faculty as well?
Main cast, she's the main cast and her mom are my favorites.
I don't remember her mom.
She's in season 2.
Oh yeah, we're
in season
definitely
2.
not doing that.
She's in season 2. It's just Kurumu, but older.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
So Kurumu is blue-haired. She's got this cute little like yellow sweater
Like a sweater vest
outfit
kinda, yeah.
on. She's so cute.
Schoolgirl sweater vest outfit.
You know,
yeah.
she's got the wings going out of the back and stuff. It's a school for monsters. So, you know, I mean, she's a succubus, and that's her dick. That's her shtick. You can edit that out.
I don't know if I will.
I
think
know.
that's perfect.
I figured you might. It's what the anime's about. It's what the anime's about. After Skune remarks that Mocha is only using him for his blood, Kurumu seduces Skune by putting him in a succubus trance. However, Skune manages to break the spell. An enraged Kurumu then tries to kill him, but Mocha arrives and saves him.
It's a little more like than that. It's, man, is she over the fucking top.
She
like,
is.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Like,
Look, if you know anything about me, you know it's only...
I thought about you this whole episode.
Yeah.
I hope you know that.
That's me. That's me, baby.
Oh, God, it was so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's like all up on him. Like, she's literally just pressing her titties into him all the time, all the fucking time. That's the whole bit.
I feel like she's the breast character.
Yeah.
She's the one that's like, here, I have large breasts, and
She's
that
the
is
Camilla of the show.
and
Like,
that is my
that's-
personality.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
She's
but
got 2 personality points, and that's it.
love
Like, you know?
Kurumu, love her. So mad. Imagine a succubus, right? Someone who's used to, you know, getting anything that they want, gets rejected. Very, very upsetting
Oh
for
yeah,
her.
but there is one thing that puts her solid second place for me.
Yeah.
Besides, like, you know, my favorite character.
Yeah.
So there is one part of this episode that made me audibly laugh, like really hard, where she's like, "I don't know you. Who are you?" And she goes, "Oh, we're classmates, remember?" And then it shows a flashback to them in class, right? And like him and Mocha are doing their thing.
Yeah.
And then she's just staring at them angrily. And then she's like looking off in the distance. She goes, "See?" And he goes, "Who are you talking to?"
Yeah, this show
God.
is ridiculous. It's so ridiculous.
I was dying. I'm like, that's good shit.
Right. So, an enraged Kurumu tries to kill Skune for rejecting her. However, Mocha arrives and saves him. After Skune removes Mocha's rosary.
When the rosary seal over her breast is removed, Mocha's innocent self vanishes and her inner vampire awakens.
Thank you. Mocha easily defeats Kurumu, but Skune asks her to spare Kurumu from further harm.
Yeah, this was actually kind of sweet.
Yeah, he's like, don't kill her. Don't kill her.
Yeah, she kind of like spills the beans on why she's doing this because like the succubus are very few in number now.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, no, we literally are doing this because we need to, like, we have to. We don't have a choice.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm like, oh, okay, Jesus Christ. Like,
Yeah.
And he's like, she wouldn't have done this if that was not the case. So spare her. We can be friends. Like,
Yeah, he thinks. So he thinks.
oh, so he thinks.
So he thinks this is episode 2 of a harem anime. What are you talking about?
2 out of 13. Let's go!
The next day, Skune and Mocha are shocked to see that Kurumu has fallen in love with Skune.
Oh, it's surprise.
Wild.
Surprise.
Wild. Okay. Episode 3, Witchling and Vampire. I like to pretend that this character doesn't exist.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, cool. The crush that the young smart witch Yukari Sendo has on Mocha. Okay, let's make this perfectly clear. Yukari, gay as fuck.
Absolutely. She's at the very least bi because she's like on both of them.
Loves a good Mocha. The crush that Yukari Sendo has on Mocha drives her to endeavor to isolate her from Skune through various and often humorous pranks. Among these, she tries to make Mocha believe that Skune is making sexual advances on Kurumu, who does not seem to care whether it is a prank or not.
Oh, no, she does not.
Yeah, she's just like, all right, cool.
Sick.
Yukari apparently does not care about making friends, given the fact that she was looked down upon by everyone. So, literally looked down upon, actually.
Yeah, because she's fucking like 3 foot nothing.
Yeah, so
Like-
this is like the very much the Moe like character.
This
like,
is unfortunately the lolly character.
yeah,
And
lollies.
I don't like this.
Yeah.
I'm very uncomfortable watching scenes with her in it. I'm just like, where's that 15-second skip? Where's the 15-second skip?
Yeah. The whole lolly crowd, not a fan.
No, not a
Okay.
fan at all. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, if she wasn't, like, part of the harem, she'd be a fun character.
Yeah.
You know?
If she was like super into Mocha and that was just her thing.
Yeah, and
I'm
like,
in.
she wasn't in any of the, you know,
those
the
scenes. Those scenes, yeah, I
if
agree.
she wasn't in any of those, and she was just kind of like a homie,
Yeah.
fine.
Big trigger warning about this anime, folks. Like, there's a lot of those scenes.
Yes,
So
there's
just
a lot of those.
caution
scenes.
if you're actually going to go ahead and watch this.
Yeah, it's also from 2008, and it was still pretty not okay for 2008.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
like,
Yeah, it was still pushing the boundaries for them.
yeah.
So she gets looked down on because she's small and young, and witches, you know, are kind of like elitist or whatever.
They're like half humans, and that's why they're looked down upon.
Later on, as Yukari goes outside, she is confronted by a lizard man named Tadashi Wanabuchi and his 2 subordinates who are intolerant of witches due to how close they are to being human.
I was really hoping you were going to pause at the lizard men because I was going to make a U.S. government joke, but never mind.
Yeah, that's where we're going. The lizard conspiracy.
God, I adore that conspiracy because it's just so wildly stupid. I just can't imagine believing something like that. But
What-
like, I kind of want it to happen.
What celebrity do you think is a lizard person?
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt is probably a lizard person. That's fair. You're not wrong.
Like, he's definitely the only lizard person in Hollywood, and he is laughing so hard about it because he's not actively trying to undermine anything. No. He just thoroughly enjoys the rumors. He's just goblin laughing in his room. I love it.
Post Malone. I think Post Malone's a lizard man.
I think he's like a lizard man stuck halfway through.
He's like one of those like frilled lizard men.
Fucking like the ones with the neck thing.
Yeah, like the tie the Tasmanian tiger enemies. A lizard man named Tadashi Wanabuchi and his two subordinates who are intolerant of witches due to how close they are to being humans. Mona, Skune, and Kurumu, who's now just a homegirl, she's just around now. Oh, yeah. All arrive to help Yukari. After Skune is injured while protecting Yukari, he removes the rosary seal from Mocha's Do it.
When the rosary seal over her breast
Do it every time. Every
Mocha's
time.
innocent self
As soon as you hear it.
and her inner vampire awakens.
As soon as you hear it. No prompting. Every time. He removes the rosary from Mocha's neck before fainting. Mocha's inner self easily takes out the trio of lizard men. Yukari quickly finds that Skune is a true friend and vows to turn over a new leaf. What a fucking surprise to find that the next day, Yukari declares that she now also loves Skune just as much as she loves Mocha, so she is in fact super bi as fuck. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know what? Love it to death. Become of age first.
Yes, please.
She kind of got into yokai on like recommendation. She's like super smart.
Yeah, she's a child prodigy.
She's a child prodigy.
That's it.
But like she is a child.
Yeah, the first part of that's the big problem there. So, no, I'm good on that. Thanks a lot. I really do love when they describe the lizard men, though.
Yeah?
Because they're just like, lizard men, they're people that can kind of turn into lizards. Like, you don't say.
The narrator, like the omniscient narrator in this series is hilarious.
Oh yeah,
it's hilarious because they have the mascot character, they have the main character, they're getting all of the harem anime tropes out there, but third party narrator is not something we get terribly often.
Third party narrator is so fucking good.
In a lot of harem anime, it's like, I'm Skune, I don't know, I'm 13 years old, you know, like whatever. But this guy's like, well, meanwhile, you know, like all the time.
Yeah, it's really good. And then there's a really fun thing that they started doing this. I think started this episode or the one prior, where the bat will come along and go, this encounter lasted a whole fucking 55 seconds.
He counts all how long it takes Mocha's other form to beat the person per episode.
So funny, and I love it.
Episode 4, Farewell and a Vampire. The fan club coalition naively believe that Skune is the reason why Mocha, Yukari, and Kurumu do not pay them any attention. So the fan club coalition, they're like these
Simps.
Three losers, like these like simpy loser otakus, like just.
And one of them, this was the most uncomfortable episode to watch by far.
Sure,
because one of them simps Yukari really hard, and I'm like, you need to go to prison, sir. You need to be sent away.
Monster prison for you, sir.
Like, the other two are bad, but you in particular need to not do that.
The Kurumu simp guy even kind of looks like me a little bit, and it's upsetting. It's upsetting, like, a lot. Skune is despondent over the fact that he cannot protect the girls the way they protect him due to his lack of strength. This is a very important part of this series for me.
Yeah.
Skune has absolutely no sauce because he's a human man.
He's just a dude.
And so he's also kind of had to be like, my real form, it's too dangerous to show you. It's too powerful. You don't want to see it. They're all like, okay, whatever, man.
He's had to deception check his way through high school.
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
That's absolutely true. Mocha becomes convinced that Skune is trying to return to the human world. At the bus stop, the fan club attack Skune, but the three girls step in to save them. After the fanboys combine themselves, so we need to talk about this. So,
need to talk about this.
There are certain characters in this show that are actually yokai, Japanese spirits. And one of the guys in this is actually one of them, but it doesn't change the fact that he's an umbrella with a leg and an eye. I don't know what the actual yokai is named. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but it is a talking umbrella with a leg and a single eye.
Yeah.
But the three of them all combined, like you said while we were getting pizza.
Fucking Voltron.
And it is actually a deliberate Voltron reference.
Really?
Yeah, actually from the creator, yeah.
Oh, God.
After the fanboys combine themselves, Skune removes the rosary from Mocha's neck to awaken her inner
When the rosary seal over her breast is removed, Mocha's innocent self vanishes, and her inner vampire awakens.
Oh my god. Which allows all the girls to take out the three fanboys. The girls then learn that Skune only wanted the bus driver to deliver letters that he wrote home to his family. That's so adorable.
Yeah, it was really sweet. And like even like the really like Mocha's other form was like, you know, it wouldn't do well for you to leave because she likes you.
Yeah.
So, like,
yeah, Mocha's other form would say some things sometimes. Like
like she'd come in and be like, yo, you're a fucking moron. I only keep you around for this, but she keeps you around for many other reasons.
because she likes you,
Yeah, because she enjoys your company, and don't fucking make her cry, otherwise I'll kill you.
And he's the only one that has been able to remove the rosary, because in one of the other episodes, I think somebody else tries and they can't.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
It's like a true love thing.
Mocha learns that she simply overreacted.
Yeah.
Skune learns that the bus driver will now come once a day for plot reasons, I guess.
So that they can go do human world shenanigans.
Yeah, so that they
That's
can be in this for the next episode.
Yeah.
Skune learns that the bus driver will now come once a day and that phones have been installed in the student lobby that can reach the human world.
Yeah, this is really funny because he stops the whole class. They're like, yeah, no, we finally got that phone to the human world up and running right after he's like, oh, I'm not going to be able to talk to my family for a while, so put the cell phone away. Oh, yeah, the phone's not working. What? Like in the middle of the class.
Episode 5, School Swimsuits and a Vampire.
I saw the title before while it was like, up next. Like, you know, it was like, up next. I'm like, here we go. Here we go.
Skune and Mocha are having a hard time choosing an extracurricular club. Pause. Is there not a single episode of almost every high school-based anime where they're like, Club Day?
No, there isn't.
It's every single one. Anyway, choosing an extracurricular club to join until... Skune, please. Until Skune, hoping to see Mocha in a bikini, decides to join the swimming club hosted by mermaids.
Yep.
Mocha, however, becomes jealous as she watches Skune being flirted with Tamao Ichinose, the head of the swimming club. I need to recheck and see what this character looks like.
Yeah, you know what? How about I'll be your eyes for that?
Yeah, please do that.
Like,
Tamao? T-A-M-A-O.
Tamao, I believe her name was.
Tamao.
Yeah.
Tamao. No, okay. Tamao Ichiyose, head of the swimming club. So she's a mermaid.
Yeah.
However, what Skune does not know is that Mocha has aquaphobia. Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Hello, New Bronze. Does not know that Mocha has aquaphobia, or obviously the fear of water, since water drains her vampiric powers due to its purifying effects.
Yes, which I thought was interesting. I thought it was just holy water, but it's just actual water, like all water.
How the hell is that? I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I would imagine it's like holy water is like Purify Plus.
I guess
But there is something about vampires can't cross running water.
Yes, they can't. That's why I never saw Dracula swimming.
Yeah, you sure won't. I'll tell you that. During a swim meet, Kurumu and Yukari, who also joined the swimming club with Skune, try to garner the most attention throughout their events. As Tamao tries to isolate Skune for herself, he sees the other mermaids preying on other male club members.
Yeah.
These are like actual like Hans Christian Andersen mermaids. They're like the drag you under the water and kill you type mermaids.
Sirens, if you will.
Yeah, 100%. As Kurumu, sorry.
And like, by the way,
yeah.
all these mermaids killed actual students.
Yeah.
Like, just blatant murder in broad daylight.
Yeah.
During school hours.
Sure.
On school grounds.
Yep.
Suffered no repercussions.
Nope.
None.
Swimming club. Fine.
What?
As Tamao tries to isolate Skune for herself, she sees the other mermaids preying on other male club members, murdering them. Mocha arrives to save him and jumps into the pool, electrocuting herself as a result. I don't think that's how that works, but
Well, I
probably she
would've-
starts doing vampire ass.
Well, it was like
hurts.
electric sparks and shit like that, but like I think that's the magic leaving her body
Right,
or
yeah,
some
something like that. As Kurumu and Yukari hold off the mermaid, Skune swims to the bottom of the pool and removes the rosary from Mocha's neck.
The rosary seal over her breast is removed. Mocha's innocent self vanishes, and her inner vampire awakens.
I want to see if you can like preempt the next one. Like if you can tell when it's gonna happen. That would be amazing. I would crack up. Oh man.
I have to make it so you can't see me going for the button.
I got
You know what I
no,
mean?
it'll be even funnier if I know what's happening. Oh god. As Kurumu and Yukari removes Mocha's inner self emerges, and due to being weakened by the water, instead tricks Tamao into leaping out of the water and then gives her a good kick. Inner Mocha then reprimands Skune for not understanding outer Mocha and for making her cry. Wow. So
Yeah.
this is a thing. Yeah, Inner Mocha's like, wow, you're an idiot. You didn't know that vampires... Because I don't believe Mocha tells him.
No.
She doesn't tell him the vampires are affected by water. So he didn't really know, technically. But, you know, she's
How would you fucking know?
yeah, she just gives him a good browbeating for it.
Yeah, and it's also there was a part in this that reminded me of you, because there's something you do to me a lot when I do something stupid. You're just like, idiot. It just makes me laugh so hard. There was a point where she's just like, you're fighting a mermaid in the water. This is our home turf. And she's like, oh yeah? And she jumps out of the water and the mermaid follows her. And she goes, midair isn't your home turf, some dumb one-liner like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kurumu's just like, yeah, what a fucking idiot.
I love her. She's the best.
Oh my god! There was one thing I forgot to say in episode 3 where Kurumu is something that you would love her for. So like about halfway into the episode, we meet Yukari. Yukari. I was about to say Mercari. I'm like, that's the fucking sales app. Like,
Yeah.
So we meet Yukari, and then Kurumu pops up, and she like pops around a corner, and she's like, I just showed up last episode, and it took you this long to come to me. I was like, yes.
It's the best.
So good.
The next day, Shizuka Nekonome, the new homeroom teacher, recommends Skune, Mocha, Kurumu, and Yukari join her newspaper club instead.
Top tier.
Yeah,
Top tier faculty.
I know you're.
Top
You're
tier.
a big fan of the cat teacher.
I adore the cat teacher, and it's not because of the cat part.
No.
Like I just love her personality. Like amazing.
She is cute and she is funny. She's great.
She's got the personality of a cat.
We
Like,
love the
just-
cat teacher here.
love the cat teacher.
Okay, however, in episode 6, you do get introduced to the best boy that there ever was. In number 6, Newspaper Club and a Vampire. You really like that, dude.
I adore it. Like, I thought they were going to do it for like 3 episodes, and then I looked at the episode list. I'm like, they did
every
it
single
for
one.
every single episode.
Every single one.
Because it makes no fucking sense.
Are you ready? I'm about to blow your mind. Do you know why they do it?
Why?
Rosario plus vampire. Rosary and a vampire.
Get the fuck out of here.
Rosary and a vampire.
Get the fuck out of here.
I was like, I guess he hasn't caught on yet.
Oh my god.
The look of shock on your
What?
face. Yeah. It's plus vampire and a vampire.
Can we take like 10 minutes? I just need to like process.
Just put in like a bump of like we're waiting music, you know, like a technical difficulties bump.
Oh man.
During the first meeting of the newspaper club, Skune and company are introduced to Ginye Morioka. Yes.
hate and love this character so much.
Who uses his superficial charm to crowd out Skune, framing him as a mistake. Okay, so let's start with that before we get into this. So
This is that episode, ladies and
It's
gentlemen.
that episode. It's that episode. He is like very much in every harem anime. There has to be kind of like a rival dude,
Yeah.
who is like trying to like enter into the pool of women that are present.
Like if two elephant seals are battling over a harem.
Yeah,
like,
easily.
That's it.
And Gin is that guy. He's got like long hair and like a bandana
A
and
deep voice.
rings.
Yeah.
You know, he's meant to be this cool dude. So, and he's got superficial charm insofar as he gives the girls flowers. He starts like being like, he gives like a big bouquet to Kurumu. He gives like a big bouquet to Mocha, and then he realizes that he didn't know about Yukari.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh, okay. And then he takes a single rose out and he gives it to Yukari. And I don't know. I always thought that was like, that's like an idea of his character. He's like, everybody, everyone, hello, I'm so handsome. However, he starts to try to like crowd out Skune. They're trying to get into the pool of ladies. And he frames Skune as a mysterious peeping Tom who has been photographing girls around the school.
Yep.
So, so now, not only does he do that, he presents enough evidence, quote unquote, for Mocha to believe him, kind of. But Yukari and Kurumu do not. As Yukari and Kurumu work to illuminate the real culprit and clear Skune's name, Mocha ponders who Skune truly is in her heart because she believes he's this horrible pervert that's taking pictures of women without their consent.
She really turns on him real quick. Like, he has presented no evidence thus far. Like, that he is even remotely capable of doing this. And then all of a sudden, this shithead out of nowhere comes up and goes, hey, yeah, he's the pervert.
Yeah, this is the guy.
I'm the one with the camera, but he's the pervert.
Yeah. Exactly. He's the photographer of the club.
What do you mean?
It's insane. It's insane.
Mocha has like a brain cell, and like the rest of them go to her other form. Like just
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I got you. I'm really glad you made that connection.
she's taking 99% of her brain power away. Like, just
Gin. His whole full name is Ginye, but I'm gonna keep calling him Gin because he says you can call me Gin as well.
yeah.
Gin later makes a move on Mocha, but Kurumu and Yukari point out several flaws in Gin's story.
Yeah, they show up in fucking detective outfits.
I remember this.
Adorable.
As Watson and Sherlock Holmes. Yes.
So fucking funny.
Hilarious. Proving that he instead is the peeping Tom and not Skune.
Yeah, it was really funny because he had pictures of Skune like peeping in on the girls.
Yeah.
And like they're from the ankles up, so you can't see what he's standing on. So Gin's just like, yeah, no, you can see he's standing on a drum there. And then Kurumu's like, no, you can't. How'd you know that there's a drum there, bitch?
Yeah.
So
Gin was the pervert all along and shows his true colors and his true form as a werewolf.
another S-class monster.
Almost as powerful as a vampire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, by the way, forgot to mention, it's a full moon.
It is a full moon on that day, which makes the big thing with... So vampires are very powerful. They're very strong. And the werewolf is strong, but it's fast.
Way faster than a vampire.
It's
like
fast.
Yeah.
And on a full moon, it gets even faster.
and stronger.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. Like its powers amplify like the more the moon is exposed,
Yeah.
the more power a werewolf has. So on a full moon,
With like a clear night.
yeah, a clear night full moon, a werewolf is stronger than a vampire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he's also breaking school rules by changing into his full monster form on school grounds as
Yeah.
well.
Although you can argue he's a werewolf, he didn't have control of that.
Right. Gin shows his true colors and his form as a werewolf, almost as powerful as a vampire. But as Skune comes to protect Mocha from harm, he removes the rosary on Mocha's neck.
When the rosary seal over her breast is removed, Mocha's innocent self vanishes, and her inner vampire awakens.
That was good. Nice. Good. Love it. I love it. I can't wait. Gin finds that he cannot outrun or outwit Mocha's inner self. During the day, they put out flyers exposing Gein's actions and clearing Tsukune's name. When Gein is chased by all the girls he took pictures of, Mocha kicks Tsukune after he nearly looks up her skirt and ends up sucking his blood once again.
It ends every episode. It ends every episode.
Of her drinking his blood?
Yep.
Yeah, every episode.
And it's just like the moans and the kiss thing every episode.
This is that kind of anime.
It's that kind of show. I almost wanted to watch Golden Boy to cleanse my palate.
Yeah,
Like, it's
imagine that.
one of those.
Imagine that.
Like,
Imagine that.
oh, God.
Okay, and your favorite character coming up here?
Absolutely. I
Episode-
love how you knew.
Yeah.
You knew immediately. I didn't have to tell you.
Yeah,
Like,
you can tell. Episode 7, Snow Girl and a Vampire.
yep.
As Tsukune and the others from the newspaper club hand out the paper to the students. By the way, Gein completely absolved. Now a homeboy. Like,
Totally. No repercussions.
no
at all.
repercussions. No repercussions.
Although I will say one thing we missed in episode 6.
6.
Yeah, episode 6 is where like Mocha grabs Gein as he's about to go attack her.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What? You blocked me? How did? Wait!" And then he turns around, looks at the moon. It's behind a cloud. And he's like, "Oh, the moon's behind the cloud, or the cloud's behind the moon's behind the clouds. I lose all my powers, and I just I hate it."
He's the best. He's
So
the best
funny.
character.
Oh my God.
Gein is the best character in this anime.
Man, it was so fucking funny.
But yeah, now just like Kurumu, just like Yukari, it took his one episode, and now he's a homeboy now. As Tsukune and the others from the newspaper club hand out the paper to the student, a snow girl named Mizure Shirayuki appears and takes an immediate liking to Tsukune.
Oh,
Colton's simp target for this.
absolutely.
See-
By far.
Seeing Tsukune as a lonely kindred spirit that needs companionship, don't know how the fuck you would get that effect. He's literally the protag of a harem anime.
She said that like she would get like newspapers sent to her house, like the school newspaper, because she was out of school for extenuating circumstances. And
Do you remember what those extenuating
I don't
circumstances
think we ever
were?
find out.
It was too hot. It was too hot for her to be at the school.
No, it was.
Yeah, that's the reason that she doesn't show up until
I
now.
adore her. I adore her.
Yeah.
Just
It's too hot.
I adore her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so fucking like she's just like, yeah, I couldn't go to school, so I got all the newspapers, and I ended up being attracted to your articles because like the way you write's really nice, and I just really like
Right.
that. So I saved all of your articles. in the
She's
book.
very wholesome.
Yeah.
I think. Like Mocha is very like, your
Ooh-woo,
typical
yeah.
uwu. Kurumu's very like sex based,
Yeah.
and obviously Yukari is doing her weird stuff, and she's just like very like, oh, you
very
know,
wholesome, aloof
in
is
the
a
back.
good word.
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely. Seeing him as a lonely kindred spirit that needs companionship, Mizure tries to isolate Tsukune for herself, but Mocha and Kurumu obviously prevent that from happening. Mizure later finds herself in danger of expulsion because Okuto Kotsubo, the physical education teacher, accuses her of attacking her without cause. Gein ends up clearing Mizure's name by showing photos that he took of Kotsubo in his Kraken form, trying to take advantage of Mizure. We're gonna move right past that.
Fuck him. He's the Kamoshida of this show.
As Mizure expresses her loneliness, Tsukune prevents Mizure from falling off of a cliff into the ocean. As Mocha reaches for Tsukune, he removes the rosary.
When the rosary seal over her breast is removed, Mocha's innocent self vanishes, and her inner vampire awakens.
It's not any less funny every time. It's not any less funny.
It's actually really funny because the episode I pulled this particular one from is this episode.
Is this one?
Yeah.
Wow, how about that? That is
So-
good. That's good. I'm gonna see if we can hear any ocean sounds in the background, maybe. Mocha's inner self punishes Mizure and tells her to try living her life before thinking of dying. Mizure returns the next day with a new haircut. Gein is beaten for continuing to take secret photos of female students.
Yeah.
However,
It's almost like, this was only a day ago. Like, it's just ridiculous.
Tsukune, Mocha, Kurumu all end up getting colds from Mizure's ice magic.
Yeah. Second time.
Episode 8, Math and a Vampire.
Oh, yeah.
The
Here we go.
The beautiful math teacher Ririko Kagome will be giving midterms soon. Kagome! But Skune is falling behind the others and may end up in summer school if he fails midterms. Skune has a math tutoring session with the girls, and Mocha offers him her notes for him to study.
Very cute, by the way.
However, this draws the attention of Ririko, who insists that Skune be given extra lessons with her instead.
Oh, does she insist he be given extra lessons?
You know how you're the cat girl?
Yeah, I know.
Ririko is mine.
I knew.
For sure.
I knew. I watched this episode. I'm like, Z is literally. I can hear his just utter glee from here. I can hear you from my job. By the way, I was watching this at work. I can hear you from my job going.
Just riding her snake form.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, Skune's unusual proficiency in math from these lessons comes at the cost of his personality.
Yeah. What a shame.
Yeah.
Shame of a loss, that one.
Mocha really. It's good. It's a good trade. Mocha finds out that Ririko is a lamia. So for those of you who may not understand at home, I'm sure that you may know what I'm sure nobody knows what a snow girl is.
From Greek mythology, these things are really dangerous.
Yeah. So yes, a lamia is a snake woman.
Yeah. Essentially, a land mermaid.
Yeah, but with snake
Snack
instead of fish. Is a lamia who's trying to seduce Skune with her serpent body while forcing mathematical formulas into his mind. I would deal with the math personally. I'm not a huge math person, as we said in the intro, but man, would I deal with it?
Yeah. Did you watch this episode beforehand?
I did.
Yeah,
I watched this one actually. Mm-hmm. After Ririko attacks Mocha, the latter's notes splatter out on the floor, which brings Skune back to his senses. After he
When the rosary seal over her breast is removed, Mocha's innocent self vanishes, and her inner vampire awakens.
I didn't think you were going to try to anticipate me there.
I didn't. I just figured I was going to go like and you were like bang, hit the button. After he removes the rosary on Mocha's neck, Mocha's inner self easily defeats Ririko. The next day, Skune manages to pass the midterms thanks to Mocha's notes. Yukari aces her tests, Mizure passes, and Kurumu, my sweet, dumb GF, fails miserably.
Dumb as a brick, but she is so funny.
Dumb as a brick, but she's got two, so it don't matter.
Yeah.
Episode 9, Summer Break and a Vampire. While on summer vacation in the human world with Nekonome as their chaperone, so the cat teacher comes along on this episode.
Love the cat teacher.
This is a very famous trope when it comes to harem anime, Colton.
The beach episode.
The beach episode.
The beach episode.
What else is there to say? I mean, you got to do a beach episode. While on summer vacation in the human world with Nekonome as their chaperone, fun in the sun on a beach.
The one-piece swimsuit for Nekonome, by the way.
And she rocks it.
Absolutely.
And she rocks it. Don't have to have the midriff exposed to be looking sexy. Yeah. Gives way to fun in the sun on the beach for the newspaper club, gives way to a field of sunflowers on a hill that Skune discovers. He does not, however, realize or discover that there are a pair of witches residing there that make no distinction between them and the land developers that covet that area. So there are this pair of witches that are trying to stop their land from being taken.
Yeah, I wonder what happens with these particular witches by the end of this episode.
Feeling left out by the others due to her young age, Yukari encounters Ruby Toho later on that night, pleasantly surprised to see another witch. As Yukari is pondering whether to join Ruby and her guardian, the later recognized as Lady Oyakata, Skune arrives to escort her back to the others. Ruby tries to attack Skune with plant monsters, but Yukari slices them to pieces.
Yeah, Yukari really comes through. She kind of like does this thing where she's like, "Oh yeah, no, they're witches, but like they're also trying to hurt my friends."
Right?
And like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
So she really fucking comes through this episode.
Yeah, she comes out with like some, because like Yukari would like you kind of. I mean, I don't mean to put like too much ethos into this anime
Yeah.
because it doesn't deserve it. Let's make that 1%.
It was also a Yukari episode.
Yeah.
And it was also a beach episode.
Yeah.
So like,
yeah.
I'm not, we just talked about math. You guys do the math.
You do
I
the
don't
math.
need to know.
Yeah.
You don't need to know anything else. I don't want to say anything else.
So Ruby
Yeah.
and Oyakata are these two witches. They attack Skune with some piranha plant bullshit. Yukari suns them really hard. Just as Yukari leaves with the other, Ruby critically wounds Skune, giving Mocha, Kurumu, and Mizure now the incentive to fiercely attack
Absolutely.
Ruby. And this is the first time they had done this in this anime so far, because everything was what we would I wouldn't even say would be technically the use of this term, but insofar as plot, each of these episodes had been bottle episodes. They're like, okay,
Yeah.
Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. No extenuating circumstances, no to be continued, nothing like that.
Yeah.
But this one is the first one where they like almost drop it to be continued, where it like continues into the next episode, which
Yeah.
is episode 10. We are 3 episodes away from the end
It's
of
the first episode we don't get to hit the button.
It is the first episode we don't get to hit the button, but why don't we hit the JFK?
My day be so fine, then boom. Horny.
It felt better. It felt good to as a substitution. Episode 10.
I should have isolated the horny part.
Horny.
Just every time we bridge an episode.
Episode 10, Sunflowers and a Vampire. After Ruby awakens to find herself in a tent with Skune and the other girls, she explains about how badly the witches have been treated and how developers are planning to destroy their sunflower field. After hearing her story, Skune and the other girls invite her to join the club and attend academy with them. Seeing how kindly Skune and his friends treat each other, Ruby starts to have doubts that drive her to later sneak out that night back to Oyakata. When Skune and the other girls rush into the sunflower fields to search for her, Ruby instigates a massive battle with plant monsters. Both Skune and Mocha are trapped within the field, while the others fend off the plant monsters. Skune!
When the
There it
rosary
is!
seal over her breast is removed,
Nice!
Mocha's innocent self vanishes, and her inner vampire awakens.
You did it!
Yeah.
You did it! You called it! Good for you! I gave absolutely no intentions that was what's going to be it. Good for you. Skune removes the rosary on Mocha's neck, and Mocha's inner self takes on Ruby alone, but to no avail. Ruby learns from Skune that Oyakata had died, but Ruby is in denial. Ruby uses a forbidden spell to attack them, but with their combined effort, they manage to destroy the spell. As Ginye and Nekonome arrive the next day, it is revealed that Ruby has survived the blast. Yeah, this was a strange episode.
Yeah.
This was a really strange one. I don't know. It's a little weird. The whole summer vacation arc was a little strange for this anime.
Yeah, the spells were very targeted, by the way, at giving some shots of. Imagine what plants can do in a harem anime.
Yeah, with
You know.
acid and such.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's not, as I said earlier, it's not High School DxD, but that doesn't mean it's not a tight race.
Oh no, it's not a tight race. It's a very tight race. It's a
Yeah.
very tight race.
Episode 11, New Term and Vampire. As summer vacation has ended, a new term at Yokai Academy has started.
I feel like reading all of these episode titles.
Yeah.
You remember in SpongeBob when Plankton was being walked down his whole family line? And it's just this is Billy Bob, Billy Jim, Billy Billy, Banana Manifold, Billy, and then at the end of it, like, Bob, Edith, all right, I get it.
And a vampire.
Yeah.
However, as the newspaper club are working on their next edition, this rouses Kato, a member of the powerful and corrupt security committee,
Oh yeah.
who are trying to disband the newspaper club through competition.
Oh, I wonder where a security arc can go.
Yeah, only into I feel like with it doesn't matter what you really do. If so I have been putting out a series of tweets over the past month or so, or 2 months or so, called Z's Favorite Tropes.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you've ever seen any of them, but one of my favorite tropes is the fight school. I
Yeah.
love a fight school trope.
Oh, yeah.
Where there's like, okay, everybody's fighting, that's the whole point, but it's still set in a school. There's still something going on.
Like My Hero is a fight school.
My Hero is a fight school. Kill la Kill is a fight school.
Kill la Kill is a fight school.
Kill la Kill is a fight school anime. I'm reading a manga right now by the name of Tenjo Tenge. That's also a fight
Baki?
school. Baki's definitely a fight school anime. And there's always like a committee, a board, a student council, something that's like, this is the bad guys. Like, so the security committee who is trying to disband the newspaper club through competition. Ginye orders the club not to distribute any more newspapers, telling Skune and Kuremu to burn them in the incinerator. So Gin is like the head student of the newspaper academy.
Yeah, I'm the student council president of the newspaper club.
Yeah,
he's
so to
Ginye.
speak. Yeah, but he gets enough of a razz from the security committee where he's like, shut it all down. Like, we got to not do this anymore. Skune and Kuremu, who are together. This is one of the first episodes where you don't see Skune and Mocha right by each other's sides all the time. So Skune and Kuremu burn them in the incinerator. The two encounter Kato and her 3 minions. So Kato is a lady. She attacks them in her Jorogumo form. So a Jorogumo, for the audience, is a spider lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a Japanese mythological creature.
Yeah.
Spider lady.
Imagine where this is going.
Yeah, the other girls arrive to save them.
Oh, here we go.
Skune, I don't really know what he does right now. Colton, do you have any idea
I
what he
do.
might?
When the rosary seal over her breast is removed, Mocha's innocent self vanishes, and her inner vampire awakens.
Man, I'm about to stream later, and I can't wait to make use of this all throughout my stream.
Oh God. I'm just thinking about that voice actor right now. And imagine he's like, oh, hey, I worked on this show. And he listens to this. And he's just like, wow, they really made use of that one. Oh, God.
It's been ages. Oh, dude, you know what I'm going to do?
Yeah.
We're streaming Smash tonight.
Yeah.
I'm going to play Pyra Mithra, and every time I switch to Mithra, I'm going to hit that.
Mocha's inner self easily repels the assault, tying Kato and her minions up in their own spiderweb. Nonetheless, the destructive resolve of the security committee against the newspaper club has strengthened and amplified with just as much ease. I don't know what that means, but basically this puts them on the security committee shit list.
Yeah, pretty much.
essentially. That's the deal. Episode 12, Security Committee and a Vampire. The newspaper club attempts to collect evidence of the security committee's corruption. However, I'm going to go on eventually, but I'm going to stop it just because I find this is so funny in context. This, however, causes Skune to be arrested. I just feel like it's like the newspaper club attempts to collect evidence on the security committee's corruption. However, this causes Skune to be arrested. I just feel like the comically jail closing doors noise.
Episode 13.
Yeah,
Like, that's the whole description of
he's
the
just
episode.
been arrested, and that's it. The next like 15 minutes of this episode is dead air.
This is Mocha trying to post bail.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Has been arrested by Kyuyo, the leader of the security committee, suspecting that Skune is a human. Rightly suspecting.
They're correct.
Rightly suspecting, because he's a full-ass human man. Mocha, Kuremu, and Mizure are also arrested for knowing Skune was a human and saying nothing about it.
Yeah, I
which
wonder
is
if they all get put in the same cell.
legitimate horseshit, though. Like, it's like just complete horseshit. Like,
Yeah. Like, how do you like suspect someone of a crime? Like, imagine I killed somebody, right?
I can.
And they fair.
Okay.
So I killed somebody and I get arrested on suspicion of murder.
Sure.
And then you, Nicole, Rain, and like maybe Marlon, like you all get arrested for knowing that I committed a murder that I am not yet convicted of.
Yep. Clearly the security committee doesn't exactly have, a constitution in place.
Oh, man.
After hearing testimonies from several students and staff, as well as the coercive questioning of the 3 girls, Skune is forced to admit to being human. So that's a big deal.
Oh, that's a big deal.
Yeah, especially for episode 12. Now that his confession is community knowledge within the academy, Mocha is jailed for being an accessory to his deception. And Kuyo...
You're an accessory to human.
I feel like an accessory to humans sometimes.
Yeah.
Accessory to his deception, Kuyo sentences Skune to death.
Oh, my goodness.
Kuremu and Mizure relay this disbelieving yet shocking news to Yukari and Ginye. What happens to Skune is left hanging in the balance as we go into the final episode for Season 1. Episode 13, March 27th, 2008. Skune and a Vampire.
I think this whole series has been Skune and a fucking vampire.
Our homegirl from summer vacation, Ruby, first disguised in the form of a crow, gathers the other 4 girls together to fight against the Security Commission and rescue Skune from being executed. After Skune is reunited with Mocha, it is then that Kuyo severely injures Skune with flames. I believe Kuyo is a phoenix,
I think so.
if I remember correctly.
She's either a phoenix or like an infernal or something like that.
Yeah. As his body goes limp, he removes the rosary from Mocha's neck. Sorry, I didn't.
When the rosary seal over her breast is removed, Mocha's innocent self vanishes, and her inner vampire awakens.
I don't know how I blanked, but I read it like it was regular text, and I didn't even hype it up. Oh my god. Whew. Sorry.
It's almost like better than you hyping it up. Just the mundaneness.
Although Mocha's inner self prepares to inject her blood into Skune, Kuyo returns in his true form of a fox demon.
Ah, yes.
And quickly dispatches all attempts to be defeated by the rest of the group.
How did I not know that? I've been on a Pokemon kick recently. Ninetales.
Ninetales. I think that like foxes and fire, that's like a big Japanese thing.
Well,
I think, if I
yeah,
remember
Firefox. You know, I used,
Mozilla.
I used that to watch Rosario.
Yeah, I can only
Vampire.
imagine why. Use Opera for that. I don't know.
Absolutely.
And quickly dispatches all attempts to be defeated by the rest of the group. To make matters worse, as she charges to attack, so Kuyo is a girl. To make matters worse, because why would there be any other testosterone in this?
Yeah, no, why would there be, non-titties in the show?
Yeah, that would be ridiculous. As she charges to attack, Mocha's inner self realizes that giving up her blood to save Skune has weakened her greatly. Somehow, Skune is miraculously revived and saves Mocha's inner self.
That's a great sentence, by the way. Somehow, Skune is miraculously revived.
Yeah, it's not written well.
The
let's
show.
say the whole show is
That's
not.
the show.
Yeah, miraculously somehow. I think those two words. Those 2 words and just the soundbite of just the that's just the whole show. Oh my god. Yeah, miraculously, he is revived and saves Mocha's inner self from being burned. With Ginye's help, Mocha's inner self defeats Kuyo and beats her unconscious. Skune is mistakenly given credit for beating Kuyo, something no human could have possibly done, and is allowed to stay at the academy with everyone believing that he is a monster again.
Bro, he literally just Herculed his way out of this situation.
How does this keep... That is so good. That is such a good plot point for this anime. Especially after they're like, oh shit, everybody knows he's human now. Oh no, what happened to the basis of the show? Like,
absolutely.
They're like, oh wow, there's no fucking way that could have happened. This motherfucker's probably a demon. I don't know. Mocha, after spending some time recovering from in the infirmary, awakes when she is visited by Skune.
Yeah, I wonder.
She attempts to kiss him, but the other girls arrive and try to get him to kiss them instead, much to his horror. So that is Rosario plus Vampire season 1.
Yeah, maybe we'll do season 2.
Maybe I'll push for season 2 because season 2 also has some of my favorite moments in this show. Colton,
Oh, yes.
What do we do with this?
What do we do with this?
I find myself keep asking that when we watch media like this. After we're done, what do we do with this? Do we condemn this? Do we hold this up? Do we talk about what's good? Do we talk about what's bad? What do we do with this?
I feel like this is an anime where it's like, this show walked so blank could run. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this show walked, and I don't know what ran past it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, this feels like the first part of that, and there is no complete second part.
Okay, I'll tell you what I think. I haven't watched it yet, so let's not make any, I'm not going to make even any comparisons, but I do know that there is a new, I wouldn't even call it a harem anime out there called Girlfriend.
Never heard of it.
I would give it a shot because I've heard a lot of good things about it, and I feel like that's one of the things that maybe has ran past the show. I also watched a funny-ass romance anime recently called Horimiya, Horimiya, which was very cute and very wholesome, but it almost had that similar vibe, I guess, because they were high school-age kids. I don't know what to tell you, but this show kind of takes everything and is just a horny lasagna of everything I've ever heard of.
You know what I just thought of?
What?
I think I know what ran past this.
What?
A show called Interspecies Reviewer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rosario Vampire walked, so Interspecies Reviewer could run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you haven't watched Interspecies Reviewer, don't. I'll be right honest with you. Just don't do it.
I have never heard such a blatant disendorsement.
I outwardly condemn Interspecies Reviewer. It will never have my stamp of approval. I
have yet to watch it.
Yeah.
I think I might, because I've seen memes about it, and I know it's a point of contention on the internet.
Either people love it or people hate it.
I think I need to watch it.
Yeah. I would say something like Beastars.
Oh, I don't know.
Beastars I think Rosario Vampire walked so that Beastars could run.
No,
something
Beastars
like that.
Is so wholesome.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know. I don't know. I haven't watched it.
Beastars is so wholesome.
Okay, never mind. But you know, I feel like just anything that combines that sort of monster human world thing, anything that sort of has that, because it obviously operates within a lot of tropes and a lot of subjects that are pretty common in anime anyway. So, but yeah, I think it stands on its own because I don't think really many other things could stand beside it. Besides, like your high school DxDs, as we've been saying.
That's a show we have to, because
like your ghost stories
ready?
And stuff like this. Like that's the kind of stuff that's like in the same vein as Rosario.
I don't think we need to do a ghost stories episode. No. I think that's a podcast episode by itself already.
Yeah, ghost stories.
Like that itself is an episode. Like we should do like a stream where we drink and watch ghost stories.
Agreed. But you know, so what? I guess we can end by saying, what are the things you like about Rosario and what are the things you don't like about Rosario?
It definitely was like, part of my pubescent awakening, 100%.
It's tough to be that age and watch this and not be part of the target audience.
Of course it is. And like, it ruined me as a child. Like
same.
I probably would have been a doctor like my brother had I not come across Rosario plus Vampire in one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'd have a few less fetishes if I didn't watch this.
Pretty
probably.
Much. What I don't like about it, obviously, we to unfortunately use this term, we touched upon it earlier in the show.
Right.
Do not like the lolly thing at all. Mm-hmm. Do not at all. Keep that as far away from me as humanly possible. No.
Yeah, it's out there.
I don't like it.
It's out there.
You know what?
I don't like it either.
I'm going to outwardly condemn people who love that.
Yeah.
Like, if you like that and you're listening to this, this is for you. Don't.
Don't. Just stop it.
Stop it.
Cut it out. Get some help. Exactly, please. Yeah, we're lolly haters on this
Absolutely.
podcast.
Like it's fine to have them in shows, just don't make them part of
Yeah,
that.
and not in a show like this. I
Yeah.
feel like this is a show for like the characters to be of age. Like,
Yeah,
you know, like,
100%,
and
please.
Even so, they're high schoolers. Like, even
Yeah,
if
but at
that's
least-
the age of consent, like that's
Yeah, but
not
at least
the
they're, like-
goal.
At
you
least
know?
they're very clearly like supposed to be adult looking.
Mature people
Yeah.
that can make their own decisions. in that regard.
Exactly. You know.
Okay. I'm a big fan of the character designs. I think that
yeah.
the art for this show is very vibrant and colorful. They'll give a character, you know, like Kurumu's got blue hair set against like this bright yellow sweatshirt. Mizure has that purple hair and those kind of like glazed over eyes, and she's got the striped sweater.
She's got the belts all over her pretty much for some fucking reason.
for sure. Yukari looks like a witch, and she has a whole like witchy little outfit with the top hat and stuff.
Mocha actually has a really nice aesthetic to her.
I agree.
You know?
I
Very
agree.
nice aesthetic.
I think that the show is drawn well. I think that the show is not written well.
No.
It's not written well.
You know what? I'm actually gonna counterpoint this because is the Fast and Furious written well?
No, God, no.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
It's written to be that.
Yeah, so that's what you're saying is this is written to be a certain thing?
It's written within what it's supposed to be. It's written very well.
Yeah. And I think the only things that I would say I dislike about the show is definitely how degenerate the plot is.
How gratuitous
It's
the
gratuitous.
shots
That's
are.
a good use of the term.
Yeah.
Also, obviously, it would stray against the whole formula of the show. Harem anime is very formulaic. Like normally, the main cast of ladies won't be interested in any of the other ones.
Yeah.
But where's my Gin Kurumu ship? Where is it? Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Or at least give Gin his own group.
Give Gin something, please. Love the man. I mean,
He's a good boy.
He's a good-ish boy. But
look at what he's compared to.
yeah, you know, I mean, Skune has no personality, and that's kind of the idea. It's like when you watch this, you're supposed to be like, this is the Avatar character for
Yeah,
me.
perfect way
Yeah.
of putting it. He's the Avatar character.
And, you know, I just think that he gets put in a situation that, aside from just how sexy it is, it would be rather stressful, I think. And, he is stressed throughout this all. He's not just walking around with a boner. Like, he's, like, very, like, upset to be being in a school for monsters. His life is constantly in danger. He's constantly getting his blood sucked by a vampire.
Dude, I don't know how he could keep a boner in a situation like
He's
that.
out of blood, man. Out of blood.
Not only out of blood, but my life being threatened at all times. I feel well, you know what? He's like, what, 15, 16?
Right, yeah.
I feel like that would cross some wires for me.
You get the fear boner.
Yeah. I think that's like a not good time to be in that situation.
No, yeah. No, but at least you're prepared. And, you know, I think that the only things I would say that I dislike is that it wasn't animated into the later, more involved, better parts of the manga.
Yeah.
But if you'd like to hear season 2, please reach out to us on Twitter. Please badger Colton in the DMs until he submits to me making another episode of my favorite horny piece of shit, Rosario plus vampire.
the meme I'm calling to mind right now is just the one you used earlier. We were talking about Smash Brothers. It's just Squidward laying in bed, eyes crashed open and terrified. SpongeBob with the cowboy hat in the fucking window. Like Z with season 2 Rosario vampire and
Colton.
me.
Oh no. Oh yeah. Well,
Dude, we should have Jiggy Nachos on if we do
season 2. Yeah, and we should watch season 2 live while we do so.
Oh, all three of us just get together and binge watch Rosario Vampire season 2.
I would love it. Listen,
that would be a fucking nightmare.
Check your bus schedules. Do not accidentally attend a school for monsters.
Don't do it. If your dad comes home with a letter that he found on the ground from a drunk monk, like, just don't.
Right.
Just don't. Throw it in the fire. Just go to a normal school. Trust me, it's worth it. The hot monster harem is not worth it, I assure you.
I don't agree with him, but he's got some good points.
When the rosary sea over her breast is removed, Mocha's innocent self vanishes, and her inner vampire awakens.
Did it feel good?
It did. I just reached over and I was like, it's time. Good night, everybody.
Good night.